Hey guys, Ramblin Bob here again, and I got some exciting news. So we have been waiting for the F5000 for a year. Holy crapzilla, it's been a long time. Well, I just happened to check the Pecron website, and we finally have some updated news. So, as you can see this picture, one of the subscribers, Kevin, had mentioned this, that I would probably miss this battery. If you look close, this is the F5000, that's the F3000, and then this looks like the new battery. Now, I believe the F5000 is going to be a 5,000 kilowatt hour battery, or 5,000 watt hour battery, same. And the batteries are going to be only 3,000 watt hours. So I don't know if that's a good combination. I always thought that you want to have all your batteries the same size for balance, but if they figured out how to work that out with bigger and smaller batteries, I assume the voltage is the voltage and the size works together. But this is what the new batteries might look like here, and I think they do. So like there's a plastic cover right here, but I want to show you something else. So when I went in the I'm sorry, not the Power Solutions, products right here, I want you to see something, what I saw. I checked the prices of Pecron literally almost every day. I've been following this company for a long time. We have spent lots of money at Pecron. We have many of their products, all of them except the E2400 and the, what's the other one I don't have? The F3000. That's the only two I don't have. And I'd love to pick up an F3000 to test it out. But as you go down here, look what comes into play here. And it's got built-in little casters things. So Pecron took my idea and put it on that little Harbor Freight style caster. I think that's a great idea because that's much easier than a dolly, and then you could stack batteries possibly on top of that and roll that around. It does look like some pretty beefy little feet here for like support and stuff, but let's kind of see what we got here. If I can make this bigger. There we go. So this is the first official look on the Pecron's website. The screen looks nice. It looks like that touch screen. The buttons are lit up. I like that. I do like how they put the pictures of what's behind the doors inside on the top there. You know, like these are two XT60s, and then you have AC input. So this is probably a proprietary cable to charge it. I do like that it's on the front of the machine rather than on the side of the E3600. You do have outputs here. You got an XT60. I can't quite read what that says. I think it's 12 volt, 30 amps, I believe. Or no, 12 to, maybe it's 12 to, I don't know. I have to check, guys. It's hard to read that. That looks like a 100 watt USB-C. It would have been nice to see the 140 watt protocol on these things. And then you have two quick charge Cs at 18 watts over here. But this screen looks very, very similar, if not the same, to my E3600 LFP. However, you only get 4 AC receptacles up here, and notice that I believe these are 240 outs. I'm not sure, or these are all 110s. I'm gonna have to look. It says 20 amp out, but there's a line here, and I'm assuming maybe that. Well, I'd have to wait and see. Maybe, hopefully, these are all 120s because the one that we have only has 4 outputs as well, and I was hoping that they would put maybe 5 or 6 on there because you really run out of outlets quick. One way to extend these is put a very, very nice fused circuit breaker power cable, power strip on there, and then you can extend that one, but that's extra cables and cords and stuff. I do like, see how this actually locks down. So they got this idea. This idea was mine. This was from the Harbor Freight, and I'm happy to help the solar community out with ideas. We use I think it's a 1099 right now, 1199, which is a Harbor Freight trolley like this, and we stack all of them. We have 5 of those, and we have all of our power stations on top of those, and it works fantastic. But I do like this one because this is molded and locked down, so that's nice. That way it's very tough to fall or slide off there. We've had no problems with ours for Harbor Freight, and a lot of people have followed our pattern of that I've seen on videos. It doesn't look like much on this side. This looks openable. I can't really tell what it is. It looks like it's 4 screws, possibly access to the battery pack, question mark, or fuses. Who knows? You have to wait and see. and then that is obviously the underneath it. It is nice to have it up in the air, because what happens is if you set this power station on the floor, the heat from the power station actually goes into the floor and heats up hotter for the power station. But when you have an air draft underneath it, which is where all cold air goes, of course, that will help cool this down, kind of like a convection style. Just the air will kind of naturally flow around this thing and help it cool down. So very, very sleek and clean. It looks like the F3000, except obviously it's bigger, bigger output here, bigger solar input. I think it's, boy, I don't want to jump to conclusion. I think it was 4,400 watts. But let's see in the specs here. Holy crapzilla, guys, look at that. They just pimped it up. Wow. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Holy cow. Okay, this is going to be some big, big numbers here for a little power station like this. So 100 volts to 120 VAC. This I recommend, VOC, sorry. Not changing it from anything other than 120 if you're in the United States. And the hertz, guys, don't play with the hertz. If you don't know what you're doing, that you could damage stuff. But look at this, 3,600 watt times 2 inverters. So maybe this side has an inverter and that side, so maybe there's a dual inverter in there. That's what it says, 3,600 times 2, and then 5-year warranty after you register. So 3 normal and then 2 after that. Here's your 240 volt VOC, 7,200 watts max, 5,120 watt hours. So that is the same as a server rack, guys. Expansion up to 35,800 watt hours. So just a hair under 36 kilowatt hours. I thought it was supposed to be a little bit bigger than that, but I'll take it because that's more than double of the E3600LFP. Now this caught my eyes here, guys. Look at this. This is crazy. 6,400 watts of solar charging, 3,200 watts per XT60 port, 30 to 180. Now that's nice because mine cuts off, the E3600LFP cuts off at 150 volts. And 20 amps. So this actually goes up to 25 amps all the way up to 3,200 watts per input. Guys, that is a mental amount of power. We have right now on ours, we have 1,200 per side. That gives you about 2,400 watts. You could also charge through the batteries, which I'm hoping that you could charge through the batteries of this too. But at 6,400 watts, that is a monster amount of power. So that's even scary actually, for what I'm used to. We bring in about 3,000 watts, and you know, I always keep an eye on the system when it brings in that much, because 3,000 plus, that is a lot of power, guys. People really don't understand what you could do at 3,000 watts. You could run a lot of stuff, most stuff around your house if you had to. Okay, so I just want to see here. So they said it was about 36,000. And then if you could charge it by solar of 6,400, look at that, guys, 5.6. So that means if you had enough solar, you could charge the entire system, all 36 kilowatt hours, 36,000 watt hours, in just under 6 to 7 hours. That is possible with a solar day because you get a little bit before the main hours and a little bit after. So it is a possibility. I would over panel them so you can definitely bring in the 3,200 all day long as best you can, and then the more in the morning and more at night. If you're over paneling, it really helps. Oh, wait. It says single unit 5,800. Wait, maybe I jumped too fast. 5,800 watts max input, fully in 1.2 hours. With extra battery unit, 6,400 watts max. Okay, so maybe you can charge only one battery. That doesn't make any sense. But even at 5,800 watts, that is, holy crapzilla, guys, that's 2.5 times the amount of power that I can bring in. Holy cow, this is going to be an exciting system. It's big. 3,600 watt AC charging with 30 amp cable, 1.8 hours super fast charging. That obviously is just the system, no extra batteries, otherwise the time would extend from there. Adjustable DC output voltage. Now that is something that I think is new for Pecron, to actually control the DC output. Now normally it's either 12 or 24 on like the 300 and the E500, it's either 12 volt out or 24 volt out. And if you could dial that in to where you need it, that would actually help with DC items. Like say you have something that runs, let's say 19.5 volts for a laptop, right? Maybe you could dial that into, either 19 or 20, and then you'd be able to, charge your laptop through this thing, or that kind of idea. I mean, who knows? That opens up a lot. And then here's operation log for inquiry function. So I do like a log to keep track of what's going on. Hopefully they'll get smart on their app, and they have a data sheet kind of. I don't really know what it's called. It's that sheet where, kind of like the stock market. If you're watching gold right now, it's going crazy. So you're seeing that spike, and then it goes down and up and down like a chart basically, and you can see the voltage either going in or out. I hope they get to that level. Solar charging and AC output statistics function. There you go. So I had just mentioned it. So statistics is what I would call a chart. And that way you can keep track of what's coming in, what's going out, and that is very helpful to figure out what you need for a load at an average day or a week, or whatever you're tracking. Fast UPS switch over bypass 10 milliseconds UPS switching, 0 millisecond UPS. Wow. So either it's maybe it's 10 seconds switching on 240 or 110 or 120, and then it's 0 on either the 240 or 110. Or maybe you could select that. Who knows? Wow, that's better. Okay, they're really going. Okay, OTA online upgrade feature, built-in automation features on the screen. That seems to be new. I like the upgrade. Anything you can upgrade, I'm a fan of, because if something doesn't work right or needs an upgrade or a firmware update, I like that. Customizable charging rate, universal wheel trolley. That's this thing. I believe it comes with it because they mentioned it. There's not much here yet, guys. This is the first time I've ever seen it on an actual official Pecron page. This is Pecron.com collections. Obviously, it's their website. Battery heating. Now, there you go, guys. I gotta clap my hands there. So the E1000LFP was the only system they had that actually had battery heating in case you needed it. That way you can keep this in a colder area and use it when you need it, and that is cool. Very cool. And then hopefully the batteries follow suit with that. And then here you go, lithium iron phosphate batteries with 4,000 plus life cycles to 85%. Now, if that is correct, and maybe they're using a better grade of battery cells, my E3600 LFP, and I like to compare it to that because it's the only thing I have big enough that would compare, kinda, would be 3,500 cycles to 80%. Now, I'm still getting great conversion rate, and mine's, I think, 1 year old now, still running like a champ. I use it every single day. That's what's powering the laptop, the TV, the monitor, the lights, and everything in the workshop right now, plus my tools charging the DeWalt batteries, like right now as we speak. And then I use it for AC in the summer and heating in the wintertime whenever I need to, with space heater and things like that. And that way I don't have to use the grid or the natural gas that comes into the building. But this really would put a lot of emphasis on a longevity of a system. So let's see what that would come to. So let's do 3,500 cycles. That's kind of what the E3600 is rated for. And then if you divide that by 365, you're looking at just about 9.5 years, 9.6 years of time. So if you were to take the same, which is 4,000, that's probably going to be about 11 here. Let's divide that by 365, and then you are talking, you have just about 11 years, guys. And remember, that's not to 80%, that's 85% according to their data here. So looking forward to this very, very much. Let's see, here's the other stuff right here, the specs. Okay, everything's to say. Yeah, see, they don't have much here, guys. A brand new page. It just updated today. Let's double check. 120 volt charging supported during to. Now, there you go. That's a big thing, guys, because a lot of people were complaining about that, where you couldn't charge while using 240 on I think it was the E3600 or other systems. I don't use 240, so I don't remember what system they were talking. I might be the E3600, but I'm not sure. Because, like I said, I've never used 240. I just don't use it. I don't need it. Not yet, anyway. This looks like all the same stuff here. Solar charging and AC statistics function. This is interesting. That's extremely fast. That's good. Online upgrades, customizable charging, blah blah blah. Battery heating and lithium iron phosphate. Okay, so everything is the same, guys. That is the system, guys. If you want to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, let's see if I can do this here. Save image. Am I allowed to do that? Nope, I sure can't. Go figure. Can I drop and drag it? I sure can't. Okay. Let me see how I can do this here. I'm trying to, how do you take a picture? Zoom in and out, toggle full screen. There you go. I snuck it. Okay, so Pecron, I stole your picture. That's how it works. And that way I can use this for the thumbnail because very exciting times, guys. This is the first official update that I've seen on Pecron website. And believe me, notify me when available. It's right there. And then hopefully we'll get a price on this bad boy soon. The batteries, you know what? Let me double check since I'm here. Let me see if the batteries are there. I literally came to check the prices. I got to right here and I go, holy crap, Zilla, I got to make a video. And then I did. So I don't see the new battery on there as of yet. I'd love to get more information on that. Let's go to expansion batteries just to make sure and see. Okay, there you go. Wow, that's all we got. All right, guys. Well, that is the update. This is the first official update that I have seen for the... Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Is it hiding? Now it disappeared. Uh-oh. Where's the official Pecron page? Let me go back here, guys. Hold on. There it is. Okay. Oh, no, wait. That wasn't it. I don't see. Okay, so I guess that's all we have. CES is coming up, obviously, today forward, 6th to 9th, so hopefully they can spread some more information about this. I would love to pick up an E3000 and an F3000 and an F5000, but guys, if you want to check it, links down in the description. And man, it's interesting times. All right, guys, ramble on. Be safe, and I'll see you next time here for more updates with this awesome looking system very, very soon, I hope. Bye, guys.